Welcome to another exciting episode of A Day in SA. With South Africa's elections just around the corner, there's a palpable buzz in the air, even among the country's famous faces. Today, we're diving into the thoughts and preparations of some of Mzansi's biggest celebrities as they get ready to make their mark on this historic day. Our journey begins at the unveiling of Coca-Cola's latest creation, the Coca-Cola Waza Zero Sugar, where we bump into the award-winning DJ Zinhle. No, not just for her electrifying beats, but also as the founder of Era by DJ Zinhle, she shares her deep sense of responsibility as a voter. It's important to vote because we need to make choices that influence our future, she tells us, her voice filled with conviction.
Hi Zinhle. Hi guys. How are you? Good. Are you voting?
I am definitely voting.
Why do you think it's important to vote?
I think it's important to vote because we need to make choices that will influence our future. So if you don't vote, everything that's going to happen will be under your control because you never made a choice. So you need to make a choice because everything that happens after that affects your future.
And what does 30 years of democracy mean to you?
I actually can't believe it's been 30 years, but it's 30 years of freedom. As a young person, I think it's 30 years of being able to live my dreams as opposed to the youth of before 30 years. But also 30 years is not a long time for the change that we want to happen. So we still need more time, but we need to make sure that we vote so that these changes can actually happen.
As South Africa celebrates 30 years of democracy, DJ Zinhle reflects on what this milestone means to her. 30 years is like a young person, she muses. It's 30 years of being able to live my dreams. Yet, she acknowledges that significant changes take time, urging everyone to vote to continue the journey towards a brighter future. Next, we catch up with the renowned fashion designer Rich Mnisi. To him, these 30 years of democracy symbolize hope and the promise of transformation. Our parents have laid the foundation for us, he says passionately, but the power is in the youth. We are the ones who will transform this country.
Yeah. Are you voting?
Yes, I'm definitely voting, and I think everyone should vote. The future of our country is in our hands, so we definitely all have to vote. 30 years of democracy is a signal of hope for me, and it's a signal of change and just the youth coming in and changing everything that we've seen in our country. I think our parents have laid the foundation for us, and they've tried really hard to fix things, but I think the power is in the youth. We are the ones that will transform the country. So our parents laid the foundation, and now we have to build it. To be honest, there's something I'd like to see after the elections is immediate change. I think there's a lot of talking that happens, and I think we lose track of things and we lose track of the things, the goals that we set. So I think I would love for us to implement things as we come with a solution, implement it immediately so that we can see the change and we're not overwhelmed with like a bunch of problems. That's what I would say, yeah.
As the energy of anticipation builds, we meet radio and TV presenter DJ Sabby. He's a strong advocate for the power of voting, especially for those who doubt their vote matters. There's so much power in voting, he emphasizes. One vote adds up to the next, and together we can make a significant impact.
Are you voting?
Definitely, I am voting.
What do you think of 30 years of democracy?
What a journey. I think there's so much power in voting. There's so much meaning behind voting. And the story for us to get to the point where we even allowed to vote as black people, it means so much. And I think it'll be wrong of me to take away the privilege, the honor to have the power to decide who's going to represent me and do justice for my country, for my kids as a father now, the country I want to live in for the next 5 years here in South Africa. So there's just so much meaning, it means so much to me. I exercise my power, one vote adds up to the next vote and it does influence, it does have a say. Some people feel like, what is it going to do? It does a lot, we're powerful when we come together. And that's what it means to me, man. Yeah, on what would I like to see? Firstly, the people or the person or the party I vote for, should they be in power? I think the first thing is them keeping the promise that they made that saw me vote for them. So that's one thing I like to see. But I like to see more employment. I like to see women and our kids being safe, in this republic that we live in. I think those are some of the big changes. I like to see employment, because once we hire people, we give people jobs, we give people an opportunity, it fixes a lot of problems, so that's directly one of the things I like to see. Obviously, there's water, there's electricity, improving living conditions for people in this country, including myself. But I think once we find a solution with the jobs, we will see change in this country.
Lerato Kganyago, another beloved DJ and presenter, echoes this sentiment, encouraging everyone to exercise their right to vote. She believes that voting is a vital step in rectifying the mistakes of the past and shaping a better future for all.
Hi family, it's LKG, the mother of course, and we are talking all things elections, and I'm definitely voting because it is my right, it's exercising my rights. Why is it important for you to vote? Because if you don't vote, listen, you're honestly not going to have a say, you're not going to be able to rectify or be part of the people that rectify all the mistakes that have happened in our country. And why is it important for the youth to vote? So it's about 90% of the people and on the African continent actually are just based on the so the youth needs the right thing, but the youth is the future. So do the right thing and vote.
Finally, we speak with Smokes and Mirrors actor Khayalethu Xaba, who is voting for the first time. His excitement is palpable as he talks about his hopes for change, particularly in the arts sector where many artists face exploitation. I want to see opportunities for children in the hood to open their minds and give them a chance to succeed, he says.
It's my first time voting this time, so pretty excited about it. I think it's really dope, but then we also need a bit of change. I mean, we can't be riding on that 80 years of democracy, but still, we're kind of oppressed in some type of way. We're still kind of oppressed, not by the people who oppressed us back then, but I'd like to see change, firstly, in the sector that I am in, the art space. A lot of artists are getting exploited, If the government would intervene, at least, we would appreciate that. I'd like to see change in the hood, where I'm also from. There's no opportunities, children are not open-minded, There's only those few who make it, and it seems like we used something Kemi type vibe, but no, there's no information for the rest to access. So yeah.
As the election day approaches, the message from these celebrities is clear. Voting is not just a right, but a powerful tool for change. They inspire us with their stories and their unwavering belief in the potential of South Africa's democracy. So join us in this special episode of A Day in SA as we follow these icons of Mzansi on their journey towards the elections. Witness their passion, their hopes, and their dreams for a better South Africa. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with all our latest stories.